So, Guardian Force management done, preparations done. From this point on, we're going to do very little of both. Hopefully none. And go after the final Guardian Force. Well, not final, because we missed Doom Train, but the best one. And then hit for the final confrontation. The problem with this is that I think we basically get a single chance at this. We can do it with the Zell, but there's only one attempt at doing it the easy way. The hard way, Zell way, will require a lot of fighting, which I'm hoping to avoid. I want to just get to the Guardian Force if I can. So if I think I have a fairly good idea what I need to do. But if I, for some reason, remember incorrectly, we'll basically have to load and redo. We can't, because we fucked up. I don't want to do it with this the Zell way. It just requires a lot of fighting, and it requires Zell. Okay, it's a terminal buried underneath the rubble. Is it still functional? Yeah, it's basically resource management in a way. We have 20 steam pressure, and we need to reach the excavation site. A lot of tasks for this. It is difficult to access a path to lower levels due to lower energy. So we need to pass through 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 5 levels with the energy we have, but that's not enough. We're going to need 10 energy at the bottom of it. So we can only expend 10 in reaching it, and that's impossible. There's 2 ways to do it. One is to have, I think Zell can open up at least one of these doors that we need to open. Other is to use the steam perfectly. Yeah, let's get going. And 4 was used to access to level 2, so you can see we have 6 points left and a lot of levels to go through, so this just isn't gonna work. We can access a little bit of extra steam, but it's not as simple as that. We still need to use it correctly to make it down. Let me think. How much should we use here? Basically what we're doing, if I recall this correctly, there's 7 extra steam points to be gained. And by that time, we should have pretty much 10 steam when we get the extra. And the extra will be enough to reach. Ooh. So we have to have those 10 points when we reach the excavation site, otherwise waste of time. So 7 points. I'm fairly confident I know what I'm doing, but there's always a always chance I screw up. Long time no see. Yeah, I think we got it. The benefit of being able to do it this way is that we don't, with the encounter none, we don't have to fight at all here. We have it. If we have to do it the Zell way, there's mandatory fights. You just can't afford to, and there's a lot of them. So it's instead of just going there and having our one top fight, it's an ordeal, long ordeal. Versus just walking down there. This would be filled with constant fighting, and it's not exactly a short trip. So it's worth the trouble to do it this way. Ultra. Yeah. Another save point. That's convenient. Okay. This might go wrong a couple of times. I'm not quite sure what to expect, but we are fairly well equipped, and I think we can do it. Well, but I don't know any details about the fight, except for the annoying bullshit power it's gonna have. 10 or more has been confirmed. Continue the operation. Yes. What was going on down here? They invested so much in this facility. There must be something here. We made it this far. It must be a treasure. It is. Excavation resuming. All except the leader must take shelter. Please take shelter. The rocks are resonating. The air is pretty heavy. Jesus Christ, fucker is fast. Yeah. Oh fuck, I fucked up. It's not gonna take damage because it has a huge amount of defense. I should be fairly well protected against this. But if I can't heal up at least something, we're gonna die very soon. Light Pillar, who dies? Squad. Only you have a few life. Not you. Jesus Christ. I want to see how much damage Shockwave Pulsar is gonna do. This is more of a curiosity thing. We can, if we lose at this point, we can easily restart the fight and do things differently. And not worth doing. Lionheart, oh, that's good. Now we have a pretty much very good chance of just winning this right now. At least we get another Lionheart to go down just yet. Oh fuck, I fucked up. I didn't get the Guardian Force! Oh shit. Still, well. Yeah, I was so focused on the goddamn fighting and I forgot why we came here in the first place. 100 Ultima Stone, Eden card. Well, we got the Eden card, that's something. Well, that was funny. Eden. Think 3 monk codes. What are monk codes? Yes, monk codes. Probably only have 3 of them. Thief learns counter ability. Well, that's a bunch of shit. That's it. There's no ease. Redo. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any more counters here. So, fuck. It's just easier. Fuck. Wonder if I could do this. There's no real way to suicide yourself unless you're in a battle. Ooh. That reminds me, can we... We've used the magical lamp already, can't use it again. Definitely missed the load option in a game like this. I don't understand why you wouldn't have it. I mean, what's the harm? I'm guessing it because with a console or with a reset button it's basically more or less the same thing. It's fairly... it's intended to be used on a regular basis and it's a fairly harmless thing to do. Doesn't take more than a few seconds to return to the loads, the screen where you can say which game you want to continue from, so it's more or less basically a load game button. But on a PC it's not quite so simple, especially if you want to record shit. I particularly enjoy editing videos, very time consuming. Let's go up. How could I forget the drill? Because it's a it's incredibly fast enemy, and we basically have no initiative, and speed is from the ANS. So I was more or less just concerned about where we can get our things started before we start to lose people. At least it's nice to know it works. The more difficult version of that is seriously more difficult version. It's not even in the same ballpark as that. It will have multiple either take your part at near death abilities or basically murder abilities. It will have the instant death ability, probably gravity attack, or it also has some kind of a physical attack rush, I think. Well, with the defend we could defend against the physical attack rush. But it's not really going to solve the problem. The main difference is though that it has a lot more people, so just getting a Lionheart or two in there is not gonna be enough to play. So I'm basically hoping that I can just use Selfie in that, use Selfie's ability there to just take rid of it, take care of it. Other is basically Lionheart, if that won't work. So, let's try to not fuck it up this time. Selfie and Quistis can draw. And Quistis doesn't really have any use for her turn. She's more or less there as a support that can do something extra if the Selfie Squall couple gets disabled somehow or taken out. But she's, well, Mighty Guard is possible, and White Wind is possible, but she doesn't have easy access to the mid-breaks. Point being though, we can leave the Guardian Force be drawn by her. Still haven't even used one slot of Guardian Force I have now though. So yeah, that's how much I care about this really. Eden is more or less, I guess, the Knight of the Round of this game, although it's not nearly as powerful. But ridiculously long animation does more damage than others. But very, very, very toned down compared to Knights of the Round. Actually, you can't. Surely someone... Well, it's not gonna go down with a single Lionheart anyway. And I forgot the fucking meltdown again. Well, it's not gonna go down. Definitely not gonna go down. Even with a Lionheart or two now. Acquired E. Yeah, the problem with the more stronger version of this is you can't just end it very quickly. You have to go multiple sort of cycles against it with its powerful abilities. So it's very hard to actually keep everyone in combat. And naturally, it's incredibly fast. So if you don't have speed with your guys too, or at least fast initiative, you're probably going to get overwhelmed fairly soon. What does it do? Expend 1 magic while in Tribble. Refine ability learning medicine for GFs from items. Yeah, this is if you really want to buff up everything to the maximum. Not rush. Dark side. Devour. Use Devour command. You basically can eat enemies. It's an entire system of buffing your characters permanently. If you're lucky, you can get permanent boosts for your characters. Not gonna touch that, not at all. It's a very, very, very time-consuming thing if you want to get something done with that. But few abilities. Guardian Force learning medicine might be worthwhile, because if we could get everyone have the defend command, for example, we could yeah, pretty much the entire party protected from physical damage until we decide to do something. That's incredibly powerful. Here, summoning magic damage increases would not be bad either. I still don't know what the fuck boosting a Guardian Force means. I think that's easy to find out though. Still, handful of abilities we want to learn. GF abilities mainly because we can probably learn to give a defend command. This is the only one probably extra damage be very, very useful. I'm not going to lightly use this. We can just use limit breaks. At the same time, if we use triple, we can cast aura on everyone. So it's not saying that it's in any way a bad thing. Okay. We're gonna use it on who needs speed evasion, that sort of stuff. So maybe selfie. Yeah, looks like stop is a fairly good choice here. Evasion. Tornado is better. And let's put haste here. So we're a lot faster, we have evasion. That's about it. I suppose if we would link Ultima to hit points, we would also free up abilities. The same, we wouldn't have to use the insane hit points buff, but at the same time, it doesn't really bother me. Huh. Okay. I guess we are gonna do a little bit of management. This is totally pointless. We just don't have, yeah, in many ways we don't have good enough abilities anymore to junction here. There's no point. Everything they're offering us, we already have. We can do one thing. How many Ultimas does Squall need? 64. Forbidden magic. Where was the junction? Vitality 255. Not sure I want to do that. Well, we have nice defenses, but not that nice. Ultima would basically solve a lot of problems here. And it looks like we can get it fairly high anyway. Ultima, no. So that's immunity to a lot of abilities and absorption. So actually even more. All the basic ones. Air, earth, lightning, ice, and fire. So it just... we have to keep a lot less of a crap. You have Ultima and hit points, which makes sense because otherwise you take annoying abilities. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, very much so. Okay. we're going to have to go kill some Cactuar. We also have to test our Guardian Forces. But just testing out Eden doesn't really make much sense now anyway. It needs to be buffed too before it's really going to be before it can do anything worthwhile. That said, I'm not going to really use it. So the 3 expenditure while in triple might be useful, but I mean, expend 1 to be able to cast this ability 3 times. Very useful. But at the same time, is it really? The situations where we might want to use it are not that many. On the other hand, if we take that, we could use Aura basically constantly without really giving it another thought. So I think it's worth it. It'll basically allow us to plow through the game quite easily, just relying heavily on our limit breaks. I don't quite know what else to expect after the... I mean, in addition to the birth, I picked the toughest fight in the game. It's a totally optional thing, but what are we gonna face in the actual storyline? Things. Does anyone have initiative? Speed plus 40%. Basic attack should do here. Only if you hit though. Also hit. Boost. Well, we need to get the abilities first, but I think the boost is something you actually actively do in the fight. The reason I don't see it is because I don't have the stupid help system on. Expend one magic spent while in triple. So the idea would be to cast triple on Selfie, then have Selfie cast aura on everyone, then just wipe out the floor with everything. That's it. Anything good? Auto potion would be good. I think it kills yourself at the expense of doing a lot of damage, but 9,999 is the maximum anyway, so I don't see the point really. Twisties just doesn't have the chance to hit percentage. Anyway, we could increase that. Scan might be a good one. Oh, triple. Raise it to 255. Yep. Good. So that should be guaranteed 2 Cactuars every time we fight. Ooh, not even close. Why isn't she doing more damage? Shit, we have to raise her strength somehow. Well, to be fair, it's pretty weak. Those who temporarily put the ultimate there. We don't give a shit about it points here. Yeah. Temporary measure to get faster AP. Guaranteed 40 points each fight, that's about 4 or 5 fights, and we get the ability we want. Actually, TF ability medicine. Docs code. Phoenix Spirit. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. We could buy these scrolls and find them into those items. Elemental Guard, Hyper Wrist, Steel Curtain. Status attack. 100 to 1 accelerator. Yeah. 100 into Moon Curtain, 100 into Healing Ring, 50 into Aegis Amulet, 100 into Bomb Spirits, 100 into 100 Needles, 100 into 1 Medkit, 100 into Glow Curtain, 10 into Adamantine. So yeah, it's the kind of long-term gameplay that you would have to really plan out things, kill a million creatures and all that. It's just, what's the point at that point anyway? I guess it's for one of those, if you want to complete the game fully, you want to understand it fully, you want to find every little secret and content piece that possibly has there. I want to own every card in the mini game, card game, every item in the game, that sort of thing. So very niche. Jesus Christ. I don't think I'll buff the Eden's attack abilities. I'd like to use the boost ability at least once. Although that's sort of, since I don't use Guardian Forces, that sort of works too. It bothers me that I know it's there, but I don't really know how it works. Something useful. Summon magic damage. As well try to boost with her too. Need to kill one Cactuar to do it. Yeah. This is pretty much the end of our any kind of proper boosting of characters or Guardian Forces. You level up naturally, but it's not that big of a deal. Function changes. How much haste do we have? 23, that's not acceptable. Just notice that the ability is fairly poor. We should have more. Let's okay, it's not this. Time, space. Need more haste. Rocket engine. 50 triples. Actually, I'll take your triples. Stops. Even more stops. Likewise, haste. Demis could be useful against certain things, but not sure I care now. Quakes, everyone has quakes. Doubles. Do we need doubles? Maybe. Forbidden magic. Meteors might be a nice thing. Don't need Ultimus. Pulse ammo into Ultimus. Meteors. We just don't have them in sufficient numbers to provide them for anyone else. Yeah, encounter none might be a thing. But seriously, why would we want to do the minor bullshit fights at this point? We have nothing to gain. Something better at junction here. Doesn't particularly matter. Automatic haste. Well, you don't need strength. So spirit defense, evasion or lock. I don't even know what they do. Automatically haste in paddle wouldn't be a bad thing. Not sure if that's a particularly useful thing either. I'll take speed. What about you? Strength, hit points, initiative. Is initiative really your thing? Fully vitality. Yep. Hit points, magic. Why not? Defend, draw, magic. I want to. We went through a lot of trouble to get the last thing, so might as well at least use it once. Actually, I'd like to fight it against someone who isn't gonna run away, so we might see it. Now, let's use Eden. How magnificent it is. And then never use it again. Wait. Spent 3-1. Only one magic spent while in triple. Encounter none is still on. Come on, don't waste my time. Give me the fight so I can test Eden. See how amazing. Not a lot of compatibility with it. Takes forever to arrive. Don't care about your spells. Not quite sure why this is so bad. Yeah, it started to, for some reason, lag out like hell. Ah, if I do this, that's the reason. Yeah, it sort of creates a lot of unnecessary. It's the software renderer can't do the graphical effects that it relies on. So Jesus Christ, this is terrible. Yeah, this is how it is. Spam the S while it gives you permission to spam it. To boost its power, I guess. So it's a button spamming sort of a addition. But yeah, 4,000, 5,000 plus damage. Whoopie fucking do. It should be easily be able to do over 10,000 if you actually buff it up a little bit and have and it's fairly fast if you have the compatibility. But considering the abilities we have now, it's just a bag of shit, really. Totally unnecessary to what we are trying to do. Yeah, I'm more or less happy with what we have. I'm not sure about the abilities. Okay. Yep, I think we're about as sturdy as we're gonna get. We can naturally level up a little bit, but what's the goddamn point? Basic strategy with pretty much anything besides the super dangerous fights will be... Should I use Encounter None though? Because Selphie has room to level up, and it might affect her ability to use her final attack that I'm sort of totally relying on to take out the big baddie at the end. But maybe the move find. It's going to increase our time we are going to take to complete things, but at the same time it'll probably secure Selphie as fairly at least have 90 plus levels when we enter our fight with. What is it? Some kind of weapon it is. not ultimate weapon, because we killed ultimate weapon. Either way, when we enter a fight with it, I don't want to be level 80 something, I want to be 90 something or level 100 itself. So if we just fight the boss fights and things like that, we're not gonna get any experience. So, where is it? Ah, yeah.